Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we have another episode of the Worth It series. Today we have some AKA drops, 2 new cards, no LTD today. Before we get started though, if you do find these videos helpful, hit that like button. It'll help the video get out to more people, and it's a free way to support the channel. And of course, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. Turn those notifications. We post daily Madden 24 content. And of course, yes, any support is appreciated. But yes, today, 2 AKA cards. We got Marlon Humphrey, Fruit Punch, as well as Vernon Davis. But as far as this week's content, it looks really good. And as far as the content on this channel goes, tomorrow I'll be dropping a Vernon Davis gameplay. If you want to see that, it'll be live tomorrow. I have kind of an idea for the video that I want to try out. So yeah, Vernon Davis gameplay will be tomorrow if you are looking for that. And also, yeah, stream tomorrow night as well. If you're wondering where I stream, when I'll be streaming, I'll be live right here on YouTube tomorrow, 6:30. And make sure you have those notifications on so you know when I hit go live, and also 30 minutes before I go live, YouTube will send you notifications. So let's get started here with Marlon Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey's best player comparison is going to be that free Jalen Ramsey card, the free field pass Jalen Ramsey, fully chemmed up. Coverage stats, they're basically identical. The only difference is that Jalen Ramsey has an inch on Marlon Humphrey. So, you know, there's that as far as him playing in coverage. The reason why I think that the Marlon Humphrey card is actually better than Jalen Ramsey by a pretty good amount is the ability to stop the run. This card's a really good run stopper. 80 tackling, 77 block shed. And I'll go back and I'll show you Jalen Ramsey's stats right now, man. Jalen Ramsey's stats fully upgraded. I mean, you guys can see it. Very similar coverage stats, identical to their, you know, I guess it's not the press. What was the press at? You know, identical. Literally 90 man, 87 zone, and then 89 press. It's identical as far as coverage stats go. But it's the run stopping ability. 41 block shed compared to 77 block shed at cornerback goes a very long way. And a lot of you guys run these late formations, dime, dollar, nickel. Not many people are going into 4-3 and running these heavy linebackers, so you're going to have problems against the run. But with a guy that, you know, with a cornerback like, you know, Marlon Humphrey, if you wanted to, I've seen it on some, you know, I've seen a lot of teams this year through the I Rate Your Team series. A lot of people do put their cornerbacks at safety, and this card's one of the better candidates for that because he's able to stop the run. Better than other cornerbacks, where if you put your corners at safety, you're putting yourself at a big disadvantage in the run game. Because if you're running those light formations, you need your safeties to be able to tackle. You have to rely on DBs that can tackle, because that's all you really have on the field. You don't have these linebackers. You're obviously sacrificing the better coverage and animations for the ability to stop the run at a much higher level. So you're trying to find those players that can kind of do both things. And, you know, Marlon Humphrey is simply one of those guys. I think he is one of the better cornerbacks in this game as well for that reason. And I've always been someone, if you've been watching the channel for a while, I've always been someone that really likes cornerbacks that can stop the run. I think it's one of the most valuable things. Ever since I had that Madden 20 Night Train lane with Enforcer, I understood the value of a cornerback that can also stop the run and what it does to an offense, especially winning against receivers. You know, there's not, at this point, there isn't many receivers. I mean, we're going to talk about one in a second that can, you know, block on the outside consistently against cornerbacks that have good run stopping stats. And, you know, Marlon Humphrey's going to be one of those guys, whether you play him at corner, whether you play him over the top at safety. If some of you guys want to go that route with him, he'll be amazing. And then on a Ravens team, becoming one of the more popular theme teams right now in this game is the Ravens team. You know, Marlon Humphrey is going to be really, really good for that reason. So, yeah, I like Marlon Humphrey a lot. As far as his price tag, is this card worth it? If he gets down a little bit, I would say he's worth it. Right now, he's going for about 530K, 520K, 550 is what he's at right now after that first initial wave of cards sold. So, you know, if he's able to get down to 5 to 450, I would say he's worth it. If you compare him to the other cornerbacks in this game right now, where does he stack up amongst these guys? He's in a pretty good spot. I think he is. I mean, he's better than Elam. I would take him over Trey Brown for sure. But also keep in mind, you're only going to really use this card if you're playing man-to-man. If you're in zone, there are ways you can actually get him to a 90 zone pretty easily. So unless you have those, you know, zone boosting strat cards, or yeah, I would probably say zone boosting strat cards. Is there a zone boosting head coach? If there's a zone boosting head coach, it's actually pretty easy to get him up to that 90 zone coverage. It'll just be, you know, the +1 coach and then the +2 strat card for cornerbacks. So you can get him to 90-90 the same way you have Charles Woodson. If you can get him to 90-90, he's better than Charles Woodson. He's better than Elam without the boost. I think he's better than Trey Brown. I think he's better than Bland. I think he's better than Patrick Peterson for sure. Better than Gilmore. I mean, This is like a top 3 cornerback in the game right now that will get overlooked. I think he will get overlooked. So I do like Marlon Humphrey a lot. If you're someone that has a God Squad, go for it for 500K. But if it's me right now, am I buying cards? Probably not. I'm saving my coins. I'm not buying cards, mainly just because I think Season 2 is going to come with a lot of change. They could change a lot of things, and I think they will. I definitely think they will. We should have an update this week, as well as we also have a new promo this week, which I've been waiting for. I mean, this week could definitely turn things around, and then we know we're getting Most Feared next week. So, and also Team Diamond's coming up too soon. So, I mean, a lot of change coming here in MUT, and also the AP switching. So, you know, some cards, I don't know. So, I probably wouldn't buy yet. If you can be patient, be patient. If you don't want to be patient, try to get him for 525.5. But I do think this card will end up being worth it. I do think he will. Next up, we have Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis is the best tight end in this game right now. He's the best tight end in this game right now, and I also believe he's the best wide receiver in this game right now. And I'll explain. So the reason why he's the best tight end right now is because of this ability right here. He is our first tight end apprentice in the game. And I will warn you guys, you know, obviously they could just starve us as far as tight end apprentices go. They could easily starve us and just say, you know, I'm not going to give you one for a while, even though we have Team Diamonds and Most Feared. They could do that, but I really think usually when they introduce a new ability, I mean, it's happened in the past. Look at like Set Feet Lead Bledsoe, or no, it was Set Feet Lead. Yeah, they gave us a set. It was Madden 20. It was last year, Madden 23. I don't remember who the quarterback was, but they gave us a Set Feet quarterback. I think it was Mike Vick. Yeah, they gave us Mike Vick on Saturday. He was the first Set Feet Lead quarterback, and that Tuesday they just gave us another Set Feet Lead. So this could be the start of this start. You know, this could be the start of the tight end apprentices coming out. So if you're going to overspend on this card for the tight end apprentice, I would say be patient. And if you see a tight end revealed, I would probably sell the Vernon Davis quickly just in case he does get it, because his price could just tank. But I think he is probably, I mean, stat-wise, he's the best tight end. Does get the apprentices, also does get slot apprentice. So tight end apprentice has a lot of value, obviously, because they're always on the line of scrimmage. And, you know, tight corner routes is very popular. If you ran tight last year, you know how good tight corner routes are. So, and also tight end apprentice, I think tight end apprentice is arguably better than slot apprentice because it also has a crosser that kills man coverage. And also you're able to get trail routes as well. So you have 3 really, really good man beating routes from the tight end. And normally it's pretty easy to manipulate the user and get your tight end open. The tight end apprentice, maybe like a slot tight end apprentice with, a 2 AP on the quarterback, or you could go 3 AP on the quarterback with like gift wrap and gunslinger once the season 2 update comes out for 7 AP. Will be pretty interesting. So I think Vernon Davis best tight end in the game right now. Look at his stats here. He has 90 short route running with 88 mid route running, as well as the 90 deep route running. And if you watch my videos last week, you know that I've been talking about Keenan Allen and how Keenan Allen is the best wide receiver in this game right now. So if you head over to the computer here, I will pull up Keenan Allen. And Keenan Allen and Vernon Davis have identical route running stats. And I believe right now in this game, the ideal height to be using on a pass catcher is 6'2" to 6'3". I think those are the perfect heights right now for wide receivers. Obviously, it doesn't hurt to go to 6'5" if they still have the stats. For example, a guy like Calvin. But a guy like Brian Finneran, am I going to sacrifice the stats for the height? I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, 6'2", 6'3" is kind of the sweet spot for me this year. But, yeah, Vernon Davis, man, you guys see it. It's a 90 short route running, 88 mid, 90 deep. Also, he's a better run blocker than a lot of receivers in this game. So if you want to play him at wide receiver, go ahead and do that. But honestly, I think Vernon Davis is at the level of Keenan Allen. And if you're someone that has Keenan Allen, I would try to sell Keenan Allen, because for $1 million, he's not worth it when Vernon Davis is only going for $550, the same price as Marlon Humphrey. His price is obviously he's going up a little bit because people are noticing he's got tight end apprentice now. But he's the best tight end in the game right now. If you want to use Vernon and you want to use Gronk too, if you like a tight end that can run block more, put Vernon at wide receiver. Just put him at wide receiver. He's gonna play fine there. And yeah, he simply is one of the best in the game right now. He's one of the best cards in the game right now, in my opinion. I love tight ends versatility, and whenever they do drop a good tight end, I get excited. I do. Like Darren Waller, he was a good pass catcher as well, so you can kind of play him wherever you want, and in certain schemes you move him around. I like Gronk a lot because Gronk has the ability to run block, but also can play receiver, can play slot receiver. So I love that versatility as well. So Vernon Davis is gonna be one of those cards too. So yeah, I think Vernon Davis is worth buying. But again, don't be surprised if they go on a big tight end run here, giving tight end apprentice out to everybody. We've kind of been started of a legend tight end, like a Tony Gonzalez or an Antonio Gates could be coming out. So who knows? But if you have a Commanders or a Broncos or a Niners team, this card is going to be amazing for you. Just amazing. And again, this is why the 49ers team always has good longevity, because they get cards and upgrades like this. So let me know down in the comment section, who are you adding to your squad? And yeah, the Vernon Davis gameplay will be dropping tomorrow if you are looking for that. And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.